Are the Patriots really, Nick?
At home, they're awesome. On the road, you got major questions. 3 blowouts on the road, just lost by 24 points. The teams they've lost to on the road are not good football teams. I think they're combined for something like 8-18 on the year. Lost to the Jags, who are a bad football team. Lost to the Lions, who are a bad football team. Lost to the Titans, who are a fine football team. So real questions about who they are on the road, and why it matters is this. Patriots setting themselves up for some very unfamiliar territory with another loss or two. See, since Brady and Belichick been together, how many wild card playoff games do you think they've played in? None. They've not on the Super Bowl years. They've played in none, but in the totality of their time, they've played in 3 wild card round games. Really? Think about that. Think about it. They've been in the playoffs.
But they've never won, though.
They've never won a Super Bowl from the wild card round. They've never been to a Super Bowl from a wild card round.
I already got that one programmed in.
No,
you got to be careful asking me all these questions and everything.
I apologize.
Trust me, I got burned yesterday. The answer is 3. It's 3. It's 1. It's 1. Whatever you want it to be, Nick. It's anything.
All right. You guys are funny. The point is this. Patriots under Brady and Belichick been to the playoffs 15 times. 12 of those times they've had a bye. Since 2004, they have 1 road playoff win. Think about that. Since 2004, they've been to 5 Super Bowls since then. They've won 1 road playoff game. The divisional round game in 2006. They haven't played many. They're 1-4 on the road in the playoffs since their 3rd Super Bowl. Like, the Pats have been 12 wins, every single year this decade.
Yes.
And so the reason it's concerning is there isn't evidence that they can win 3 straight playoff games to get to a Super Bowl. There isn't evidence they go on the road to get to Super Bowls. So that's why 3 losses for the Pats is more concerning than it would be for almost any other team in football.
Every team's making adjustments coming down the stretch. The Pats have a very important bye week. Because if you look at the last couple of weeks, Gronk being out, and they go into a bye week, if they come out of that bye week and Gronk's not playing, we got serious problems. Because it's been basically a month of time where he has been limited in what he can do if doing anything. So that's something I want to watch. I know they're going to make an adjustment. I believe in the last 6 games, if they're going to go 5-1. Right? They're going to be right back at 12 wins again. Now, this is the problem. We know that they've never done it. But let's say the greatest coach and the greatest quarterback, that they do it one time. And it's this time because look at the teams who they would have to go to. They'd have to go to either Kansas City, maybe go to the Chargers, or go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they got their number. They wouldn't be afraid of them. And these other teams, they got no experience. So when you look at this, might be the year. Yeah, that the Patriots, that they have to go in that wild card round or go a different route than the way they've had success. But this would be the year to do it, because Kansas City, we know how young they are in their quarterback. Pittsburgh, they got their number. Would they be afraid of going to, would there be a home field advantage in the playoffs with the Chargers? Would you say in that stadium and everything?
Los Angeles, absolutely not. It would be I would say if the Pats played a road game against the Chargers in the playoffs, I would say the Pats would have 80% of the crowd. New England would travel no. In that regard, that specific instance, I agree with you.
So this might be that odd year if they were to have that type of year where they weren't the 1 or 2 seed, that they could still represent the AFC in Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta because of lack of experience in AFC.
If you're right and they go 5-1 the rest of the way, it's a moot point. 12 wins will get them one of the top 2 seeds in the AFC. Especially,
just out of curiosity, the next 5 games for the Patriots.
The Patriots, because they're in the AFC East, man.
Don't forget the Jets, the Dolphins, Buffalo.
They've got
Buffalo just cut my dude Peterburger.
I know.
I just figured his name out. I mean, seriously, you got to keep them. When I start remembering people's name, you got to keep them on the rock.
They got 2 tough games left. Home for the Vikings and at the Steelers. Other than that, at the Jets, at Miami, home for Buffalo, home for the Jets.
So the Vikings and Steelers are must-wins for them.
They got to split them.
At least win 1.
Just only got to win 1. I think they're going to sweep their division the rest of the way. You know what I mean? So I think they'll win those 4 divisional games. What they can't do is go 0-2, home against the Vikings, and then at Pittsburgh.
Jenna, you said it. Some kind of way, some kind of how, Pats will be there.
12
they do.
wins every year.
No one does it better than they do. Figuring it out. Back to the NBA now. LeBron James.